Good morning. In this class, we discuss an important dicarboxylic acid, that is oxalic acid. Oxalic acid. Preparation. First method, from ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol. That means ethylene glycol CH2OH, CH2OH on oxidation with concentrated HNO3, we get oxalic acid. CH2 group will be oxidized to COH, COH, COH. This is oxalic acid. Formula is COH, COH. First method of preparation, from ethylene glycol on oxidation with the concentrated HNO3, we get oxalic acid. Second method, from cyanogen. From cyanogen. Cyanogen is, look at here, CN, cyanogen. On hydrolysis, H2O, H plus CN group will be converted to COH, that means COH, COH, oxalic acid. Next method, from cane sugar. Third method of preparation of oxalic acid from cane sugar. C12, H22, O11 on oxidation with concentrated HNO3 in presence of V2O5, vanadium pentoxide, we get oxalic acid, COH, COH. Next is commercial method of preparation. Commercial method. From sodium formate. Sodium formate. Commercial industrial method of preparation of oxalic acid is from sodium formate. Here we need 2 moles of sodium formate. Look at here, HCOONA, or this can be written as HCOONA, second molecule. Okay. When heated at 350 degrees Celsius, minus H2, H2 is eliminated, minus H2, and we get COONA. This on reaction with calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice, and H2SO4, we get oxalic acid, COH, COH. This is the industrial method or commercial method of preparation of oxalic acid from sodium formate. Okay, next is reactions of oxalic acid. Reactions. First one, action of PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride. When oxalic acid COOH react with the PCl5, we get, look at here, COCl. This is known as oxalyl chloride. Oxalyl chloride plus 2H2. Okay. Anyway, we get oxalic chloride reaction with the PCl5. We get oxalyl chloride. Second one, action of alcohol. We get ester. We get diester. We get diester, but we get diester. Okay, look at here. Oxalic acid react with, suppose we take ethanol, what is that, C2H5OH, another molecule C2H5OH, H2O will be eliminated, 2 molecules of H2O is eliminating, and we get we get COO, C2H5, and here also COO, C2H5, diethyl oxalate, diethyl oxalate. We get diester, diethyl oxalate. So then next is reaction with ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol. Here it is. We are taking ethanol. B with ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol. Okay, so look at here how oxalic acid is reacting with ethylene glycol, and we get cyclic diester. What do we get? Cyclic diester. Cyclic diester. Okay, when react with ethylene glycol. Earlier it was reacted with the alcohol. We get diester. Here it is cyclic diester. So COH. Okay, or you can write C double bond OH and C double bond OH. This is oxalic acid. React with ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol is CH2OH, and here also CH2OH. You can see that H2O is eliminating. Here also H2O is eliminating. Minus 2 molecules of water, and we get C double bond O. Here also C double bond O. Here it is O, and here it is CH2, and here also CH2. Here it is O. So we get cyclic diester. Next is C. So first ethanol, then second one is dihydric alcohol, and third one is we are taking a trihydric alcohol, that means glycerol. So reaction with glycerol. Glycerol. Look at here how it is reacting with glycerol. Okay. See with glycerol. Okay. Glycerol is CH2OH, CHOH, CH2OH. React with the oxalic acid. Oxalic acid, look at here how I am writing COH, COOH. This is oxalic acid. H2 is eliminating. That means the reaction is taking place at 110 degrees Celsius. On heating, that means heating at 100. What is eliminating? Minus H2O is eliminating, and we get a structure like CH2OOC, COOH. And here it is CHOH, and here it is CH2OH. Okay, now you can see that the same time, at the same temperature, again 100 degrees Celsius, same temperature, one molecule of carbon dioxide will be also eliminated. That means here it is minus CO2. Here CO2 is eliminating, and what we get a structure like CH2OOC, and this H. Correct, this H is here, that only CO2 is eliminating, minus CO2, and here it is CHOH, and here it is CH2OH. This on reaction with water, H2O, but we get back CH2OH, CHOH, CH2OH, ethylene glycerol, plus we get formic acid HCOOH. This is important. We get formic acid. This is a reaction with glycerol. On reaction with the glycerol, we get formic acid. Next, action of heat. Action of heat. Next reaction of oxalic acid, that is action of heat. Action of heat. This we have studied yesterday. Last class we have studied. That means oxalic acid. That means 1,2-dicarboxylic acid on heating. According to Planck's rule, what we get monocarboxylic acid. That means HCOH plus CO2. Okay, that we have discussed. COOH when heated at 350 degrees Celsius, or heated with acetic anhydride. This is with acetic anhydride. What we get? We get decarboxylation, CO2 will be eliminated and we get monocarboformic acid plus CO2. Next one is action of concentrated H2SO4. Concentrated H2SO4. Okay, concentrated H2SO4. Look at here, COH, concentrated H2SO4, concentrated H2SO4. It is a dehydrating agent. Water is removed, then we get, we can see that we get a mixture of carbon monoxide plus carbon dioxide plus water. We get a mixture of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and water. And another one, an important reaction of oxalic acid, that means oxidation with potassium permanganate. Oxidation with potassium permanganate. So next one, oxidation with acidified KMnO4. Acidified KMnO4. Okay, so this is very important reaction. We can see that oxalic acid COOH on oxidation with KMnO4 in presence of H2SO4 we get K2SO4 plus MnSO4 plus 5H2O plus 10 CO2. That means oxalic acid is oxidized to K2SO4 and MnSO4. At the same time, KMnO4, oxalic acid is oxidized to H2O and CO2, and KMnO4 is reduced to K2SO4 and MnSO4. K2SO4 and MnSO4. Anyway, this is the oxidation of oxalic acid with the KMnO4. Oxalic acid is oxidized to water and CO2. At the same time, KMnO4 is reduced to K2SO4 and MnSO4. This is changed to H2 and CO2. Okay. This reaction is a quantitative reaction, and this reaction is the basis of actually in this reaction we can see that the oxalic acid can decolorize KMnO4. That is very important. Oxalic acid can decolorize KMnO4. Therefore, it is used for the estimation of oxalic acid using standard KMnO4, by titrating against standard KMnO4 and vice versa in the presence of dilute H2SO4. So keep it in mind, oxalic acid can decolorize KMnO4. This is the basis of estimation of oxalic acid. This is the basis of estimation of oxalic acid using standard KMnO4 and vice versa. Estimation of KMnO4 using standard oxalic acid in the presence of dilute H2SO4. Okay, so this is important. And next one, uses of oxalic acid. First one, as a primary standard in the acidimetric and permanganometric titrations. Second one, used for the preparation of formic acid and allyl alcohol used for the preparation of formic acid and allyl alcohol. Third one, used to remove stains in the clothes. Stains in the clothes. Any stain in the clothes, it is used to remove stains in the clothes. And fourth one, it is used as a mordant in dyeing and printing. And last one, it is used to remove rust rust from iron articles used to remove rust. So used to remove rust from iron articles. These are the important uses of oxalic acid. And thank you. We'll continue in the next class.